Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be a reading for my Gemini collective. Any major Gemini placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus energies in and around you, Gemini, for the upcoming few weeks. I really don't want to put a time limit on the reading because this really is timeless. And timing and energy really is fluid. So whenever you're guided to watch the reading, there's likely going to be a message in here for you. I do ask that you only take messages that resonate and leave behind the rest. Let's jump in, Gemini, and see what kind of a message needs to come through for you. Beware of greed. You might be dealing with a greedy pig. I'm not sure, but you might need to seek some advice from a loyal friend, and you're definitely going to have to be aware of any self-delusions. Face the dragon, get the gold. I think you need to take a break. I think you're exhausted physically or mentally, and it's kind of time to be shrewd when it comes to your resourcefulness. I think you're dealing with somebody that's been keeping you in a fantasy, in an illusion. Yeah, you're definitely dealing with a turkey. You're dealing with somebody that is behaving rather stupidly, arrogantly, aggressively. I think there's definitely a wall between you and this person, a major misunderstanding, and this really has created a deep lack in your life. Whether it's love, money, or goals, I think you're dealing with a greedy pig that's very arrogant, acting foolishly, trying to create all kinds of challenges, all kinds of roadblocks. And I think you have been deeply dissatisfied with your life, to be honest. And there is this level of going through a period of self-disillusionment. You're really going to have to beware and be shrewd, because I kind of feel you're being asked to play a different role and to step into a position of authority. So where are you needing to take back your personal authority and take charge of a very stuck, stagnant situation? Because you are going to need to defend yourself. I think get ready for somebody to gossip about all of your secrets. You're definitely dealing with a friend that, you know, is actually an enemy. You're dealing with somebody disguised as a friend that really isn't your friend, and you're really going to have to protect your energy. Somebody's trying to create some kind of karmic knotting in a situation here, and it's created all kinds of dissatisfaction. I think something is broken. You can't put it back together. Maybe somebody's holding on to you for financial security. You're definitely going to have to be shrewd when it comes to your finances, especially in any business dealings coming up. You are encouraged to take back your power in order for some family wishes to come true. I think you've been dealing with an icy cold situation since about January. I think you're dealing with a liar. I really do. And I think there's some sorrow over this ending, to be honest. But this is really where you birth and conceive a brand new part of your life. And maybe this is something to do with your work. Maybe you're dealing with a two-faced friend at work, but you're going to have to be careful. You're dealing with a shark. I think that's after your material wealth. They're definitely not being honest. You could be dealing with somebody that gives you the silent treatment. You could be dealing with somebody born in January, a Capricorn, or an Aquarius. It doesn't have to be. But I think it's kind of time to grieve this ending. And I think, you know, you're dealing with somebody that's trying to create all kinds of illusions, creating all kinds of karmic knotting. They're not going to be successful. Whoever's trying to take you down, they're not going to be successful. So you know what? Let people gossip about whatever secrets that you have, because I don't think it matters. You definitely do need to defend yourself. So I think get ready to step into some new energy, a new pathway, because whatever you've been dealing with, it's time to break free from this lack in your life, this dissatisfying situation, whether it is love, work, or, you know, a social structure, family. You're dealing with some foxes in the den is kind of what I'm feeling. And you know, gossip is very low vibration. I wouldn't play into that. I wouldn't even worry about it, because as you kind of pull back and take a break physically and mentally and, you know, replenish your reserves coming out of this period of delusion, could be dealing with somebody born the year of the dragon. could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Taurus. I always look at the dragon's head and tail in the chart, and I always link it to Taurus and Scorpio energy first and foremost. But I think you've been in the throes of some very challenging energy, and it's kind of time to birth this brand new energy. Whatever you've prayed for, whatever you've wished for is coming to fruition. And maybe that's why you're dealing with all kinds of shrewdness. I think somebody really is trying to hurt you in the energies, and I hate to say that, but yeah, I do feel you're going to be going through a heart awakening of some sort in order to release this lack mentality. So let's keep going and see what else needs to come through for you, Gemini. That was a terrible bridge. Yeah, you're definitely going through an awakening. I feel you're awakening to your soul's identity, which can create a very painful energy of disillusionment as you kind of shed any self-delusions. But I definitely feel you're part of this massive global awakening, and Spirit's been giving you the guidance that you need. Spirit does recognize that you're in a tough situation, and they're there to offer you the help that you need. You just got to be willing to ask, because this soul awakening is getting you to purge and cleanse some elements of your life that can't remain. Negative people, you're definitely dealing with a negative entity here. And I think maybe you've been feeding these negative behaviors, playing into a power struggle with somebody, and it's kind of time to purge and cleanse your life. And there's without a doubt a need for some energetic protection, emotional protection, boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. Take back your personal authority, Gemini, and set in those firm boundaries. Surround yourself with healing light, because I think you got some major life changes ahead as part of this transformation. I think maybe you're coming into some awareness of your purpose. So, you know, although others on the pathway can influence us, we always have to take charge of our own destiny. We have to be the leaders of our life. So I think you got some blockages in your chakra pathway. And I would focus on clearing your chakras in order to tune up the maximization of all of these light code activations and energies coming through for the collective in order to restore your overall well-being. Forgiveness is going to allow you to feel liberation from this contract is what I'm feeling. And sometimes we got to go deep into this heart pain in order to really deepen that relationship with ourselves, to really learn our soul's language. I think you're dealing with a karmic catalyst, and this person was put on your path to redirect you no matter how challenging the energies are. It's necessary for you to refocus your energies at this time, to figure out what's really going to motivate you, to bring you joy. And we do that by feeding ourselves self-love. So I think you've had a gut intuition, a gut feeling that somebody's been working behind the scenes, trying to create all kinds of drama, conflict, and chaos in your life. And you've been right. So you need to trust that intuition, Gemini. Your higher self knows. And I think you're trying to manifest abundance in your life. You're trying to create your own reality. And in order to do that, you're gonna have to remove some people out of your life. I think you're coming into this deep awareness that you are a powerful light being, a powerful light worker, and you're here to shine healing light on humanity. So get ready to make a major life decision. This is going to have substantial impact when it comes to your journey towards fulfillment. I think you're making decisions, understanding that life just doesn't happen to us. We have to consciously choose a better pathway if we are to step towards fulfillment. You are encouraged to practice the law of attraction. We attract what we want into our life based on our vibration. And if you're stuck in a low vibration circumstance, you kind of have to face this challenge head on, face this misunderstanding, and step into this higher energy. If you want a happy reality, you have to release everything that is a block to creating your family wishes. I think family is important to you, Gemini. So go into daily meditation in order to really clear the pathway forward, because you're being asked to open up to receiving these activations, these light codes, the energy that's coming forward. You're being asked to quiet your mind in order for this breakthrough to come forward. You're going to find a solution if you've been feeling stuck. There is going to be a solution, and it's going to take a lot of hard work, a lot of perseverance. And there's definitely something that needs to be released in order for you to maximize the energies that are coming through when it comes to your purpose and living consciously. So let's keep going here, Gemini. Get clarity. I think the energy's been muddled. It's been foggy. Maybe somebody's been playing on your heartstrings, emotionally manipulating you. And I think it's been very unclear. Somebody, without a doubt, has created an illusion of self-delusion. And it's kind of time to get that clarity, to have another look, because there's a relationship that is without a doubt over. It's over. And I think the clarity you've been seeking is coming. It's kind of time to let the sun set on a very toxic situation. I do feel somebody's been playing on your heartstrings. I really do. And I feel this might be a past life karmic soulmate connection. And I think one or both of you have been playing into some addictive patterns. You could be dealing with an alcoholic. I'm not entirely sure. Substances are affecting your life. So substance abuse, drugs, alcohol, food. We abuse food. Sex could be an addiction. Some kind of unhealthy pattern, addiction here is affecting your life. And I feel a deep soul tie. And I think you've been patient. I think you've been trying to spend time together, trying to make things work. And I think this hurts. I do think this hurts. You're being asked to disconnect because big changes are coming. And you cannot step into these blessings holding on to this situation. You're stuck. You're stuck, Gemini. It's time to release if you're to seize this new opportunity. And yes, forgiveness is going to be key. I think you're dealing with a soulmate connection that's hiding something from you. I think you've been dreaming of maybe somebody else or going in a new direction. I think you've been spiraling out of control. If you're dealing with addictions, I think it's time to get a grip. It's time to get a handle of things and to go through this profound transformation, this renewal, this rebirth process. So maybe you've been hiding the truth. Somebody's hiding the truth. Somebody's wearing a mask, wearing a false persona, creating an illusion. And I kind of feel, you know, it's really hampered a soulmate connection that's trying to come in. I think it's time to lock the door on this toxic situation, to be honest. You're dealing with somebody that is not honest here. Definitely not honest. So I think it's time to accept that it's over. I think this relationship has served as a great teacher. And I think you are being instructed to share the knowledge you're learning from this experience. Yeah, moderation. Definitely some addictive behaviors here. You know, we can enjoy life, obviously. We're here to enjoy life in the physical reality. But when we overindulge and we play into these addictive, lustful temptations, it really does block us from, you know, stepping into our power. I think you're struggling financially. Maybe you're, you know, overworking and the money just isn't there. And it's time to break free from this victim mentality. It's definitely time to take back your power of authority, to find your strength and your fortitude to break free from something that's very unhealthy. So sometimes we fear endings because we kind of have to go into the void, not really know what's on the other side of an ending. And I do feel somebody here feels like something is missing deep inside. And it's kind of time to do the deep work, to understand why you have been seeking to fill this void through addictive behaviors. Maybe you've played into greed, or you're dealing with a greedy pig. You're dealing with a greedy pig, okay? I hate to say it like that, but pride and ego is a big factor that's kept you stuck. And I do think you're dealing with some greed. And I think maybe somebody, you know, plays into all kinds of negative emotions every time you try to walk away. And I think it's time to, like, just fully accept that it's time to release this connection. Don't play into any arrogance. It's kind of time to accept this ending, and maybe it's a lesson in humility. I think there's secrets here. I think you're going to have to control your reactions. I think somebody's going to really react with a lot of anger and negativity when you finally do choose to leave this negative situation and lead with love instead. And You have to learn to not cling to a situation because of material possessions, because material possessions should never, ever have power over us. I do think there's secrets here. I do feel you feel enslaved in a situation where you don't feel like you have a choice. And maybe it's time to take action and to go in a new direction. I think you feel like you're at the mercy. I think you feel like you are at the mercy of another right now. And it's kind of time to take some action to choose freedom, because wherever you're at, it's creating a deep sense of lack. And in order to attract what it is that you want in your life, what you need in your life, you're going to have to release this in order to step into the rewards that are coming. So I think a large family is important to you, whether it's a large immediate family, an extended family, a blended family. I think you're dreaming of a big, big family, and family wishes are coming true, but you got to release this toxicity first. You can't play into pride and ego. I think somebody fears being single. And this is why you've played into all of these fleshy, lustful desires. And your heart is saying this is not bringing you fulfillment. This lustful temptation that you keep playing into is creating this deep lack inside of you. And it's time to awaken to your galactic starseed origins. We're here to live a human experience to the fullest. And we can't do that when we play into addictions and we play into codependencies. I do feel you're coming into this awareness of a much higher purpose than what it is you've been playing into. So allow your guides to prepare you for the next leg of your journey. It's time to leave this old life behind, and it's time to get educated. It's really time to step into a higher level of learning, some spiritual study, and it might be hard-earned, but I think it's really time, and it's paramount to your future successes to dive deep into your galactic origins, to really dive deep into your light working mission when it comes to humanity. So let's jump in with some tarot. Queen of Swords. Get those boundaries up. Stand in that truth. Own it. Use that sword to cut people out of your life, because you need moderation. You need healing, and you're definitely at the crossroads. Definitely at the crossroads. So what do you want? Do you want healthy soul love, Gemini? Or do you want toxic trauma bond love? Because I kind of feel that's the choice you're being presented with. And if you're to step towards a healthy, reciprocal, loving connection, a deep soulmate connection, you're going to have to walk away from a very dissatisfying situation. Something here isn't right. Something here is an illusion. And I think you're about to get a major wake-up call. And I think maybe you've repeated this pattern in a situationship because it's rooted in a childhood pattern that you're really needing to uncover when it comes to that wounding, in order to block whatever's not working in your life, to have that brand new beginning, to find your strength and your stamina to let the wheel move you forward. Blessings are here, but you're going to have to embrace this change. No matter how painful this change is, it truly is change for the better. So stop holding on. You're holding on. You're gripping to control. Somebody's a greedy pig. This is my miser card. What have you got to lose? I do feel it's time to go within and learn this lesson. It's really time to put those firm boundaries in place. Honor that truth. Libra, Sag, you're definitely at the crossroads. And it's time for you to take back your power. You have all of the tools that you need. You have all of the tools that you need. You're dealing with a master manipulator here. We got the Ace of Coins reversed, the Ace of Swords reversed, and the Magician. So I don't like those reversals with the Magician. Somebody is a master manipulator with their words. Somebody's been playing on your heartstrings and manipulating a situation, keeping you in a state of delusion. This is definitely not a brand new beginning here. You know, short-lived success. This could be a huge missed opportunity. Gemini energy. It's kind of time to heal this negative situation. You could be dealing with the Queen of Wands. Definitely time to find your passion for life again. Definitely. There's definitely secrets here, and it's kind of time to heal this situation. Your wishes are coming true. But wherever you've been at, it's not your wish fulfillment, because there's secrets here. There's lies. There's thieving. I'd be watching your finances. You might even have somebody stealing some money from you, sneaking away. Yeah, there's definitely secrets here with the High Priestess. And I think you're gonna have the rug pulled out from under you, to be honest. Somebody's getting the rug pulled out from under them. It's time to stop fighting. Don't play into the power struggle. Don't do it, Gemini. Get in the driver's seat. Take control back of your life and go in a new direction. Could be dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer. Aquarius is coming through. I kind of feel whatever's being illuminated, my nose is really itchy. I think you went down a foolish pathway, to be honest. And if you don't get in the driver's seat and take control of this situation, you stand to lose out big time financially. And I think whatever you've been striving towards manifesting is about to sail away. If you've been waiting for some exposure of some truth, I think the truth is going to get exposed. You are encouraged to play a different role. Know your worth, know your value, get grounded, get stable. I think it's time to go your own way. I think you're afraid of being single. The Nine of Pentacles is a very singular energy, but that's where that new beginning lies. You're manifesting your happily ever after, but this ain't it, Gemini. So get ready. That one wants to come out. So Virgo, it's time to communicate with the universe what it is that you truly want. I think you've been sending mixed signals. And you got a brand new opportunity here, but you can't see it. You got the blinders on. You got the rose-colored glasses on. It's time to take the rose-colored glasses off. You know, the 9 and the page will lead to a 10. But you're going to have to start with a clean slate. You're going to have to learn something new. You're going to have to study. You're going to have to take the blinders off. You're going to have to really rebalance a very painful situation. I think there's betrayal here, and I think you're ready for the final nail in the coffin, because truth is going to be exposed. I think get ready for an abundance of downloads to expose a toxic situation, to get you to know your worth and your value, and to take back your power, because this situation is riddled with deception. And yeah, there's like a block to your creativity. I think with the 7 of Pentacles, you very well could have worked a very long time on this situation. And I think there's a fear of, you know, being single. There's definitely going to be a shift in perception. Could be dealing with the Pisces. But there's definitely been illusions here with that Neptunian energy coming up. And I feel you've been playing the martyr. You've been playing the victim. I think huge missed opportunity. This isn't going anywhere. False start, and it's kind of time to pack up and move homes. When we get to the 7, we spent a lot of time somewhere. And I think it's time to get honest about, you know, whatever you've put into this, it's really not yielded any growth. And it's really time to get honest. I think get ready to cut some people, places, and things out of your life, because it's time to walk away. I think you know where you want to go. I think you have a new direction, but I think you're going to have to spend some time alone to heal, to rebuild, to make sense of all of this emotional baggage from the past. If you're to climb the ladder to success, I think you're learning a very strict life lesson. And something about that Taurus eclipse. Around April 30th, there's going to be a new moon Taurus eclipse. And I think if you don't leave this toxic situation on your own by then, you're going to get thrown out. So I think it's time to get rigorously honest with yourself when it comes to what it is that you want in your life. Because the Lover's upright is a deep spiritual connection, a love like you have not known before, and it's kind of time to move forward towards what it is that you truly deserve. A lot of expansion coming forward when it comes to this past life connection and this lesson that you're learning in order to step into wish fulfillment. Definitely a major karmic cycle is coming to a close. This is a big, big life lesson that you're learning. Could be dealing with a fixed sign, but it is going to lead to a brand new beginning. But you got to release something very toxic. I think you're dealing with a trauma bond. I think there are addictions here, and you feel like you're caged in a situation you can't break free from. I don't think you're happy. And it's kind of time to break these chains if you're to birth this brand new life. It's time to reap the rewards of all of your hard work. The Empress goes through immense pain to birth that new life, to birth that miracle. And I think it's time to embrace this transformation, this healing journey, moderation. The divine is kind of stepping in and saying, hey, it's time to close out this cycle. Quit playing into these trauma bonds. I think you kind of know. It's time to go into the shadows. It's time to go into the darkness to understand this lesson in its entirety. If you are to expand beyond these toxic patterns, this toxic relationship, it's definitely time to pack up and move homes. And there's where the victory lies. You will come out the other side victorious, no matter how challenging this ending will be. You will be victorious. It's time to find your strength of spirit in your heart, to release this mental anxiety, to release this chronically indecisive energy. I think you've been on the fence for a long time, needing to make a decision. And it's time to release any fear about going in a new direction. It's really time to take back your masculine power. Harness your masculine power and speak up. Get in that driver's seat. Go in a new direction, because there is a brand new beginning here. And if you don't leave this foundation on your own, Gemini, you're about to get thrown out. Get ready for a major wake-up call, a shake-up, because you've been living in fantasy land. You've been living in an illusion. And there's going to be a major wake-up call, because you can't stay in this situation anymore. It's caused you so much grief, so much stress, anxiety. And I do feel it's time to regain control of your life. Anything you lose, you can regain. And it's time to, you know, learn this lesson, come out the other side as the victor, and to expand beyond this karmic cycle once and for all is kind of what I'm feeling. But let's get a couple messages from Spirit. Maybe it's time to honor your vessel, your entire being. The universe is asking you to take better care of yourself, mind, body, and soul, because I don't think you have been taking care of yourself. And I think you've got a wish and you know what it is that you want, and you've not been going after it because you've been skewed in your perception. So get ready for a perspective shift, especially with that Hanged Man. I think a change in perspective will allow you to understand this situation in its entirety. Maybe try looking through a new lens in order to shift your point of view. I don't know why my nose is so itchy, but I don't know what's up with that. But I think you kind of really need to understand everything always happens for a reason, and we don't always understand why at the time. We always understand in hindsight. Hindsight is always 20. 20/20 is always hindsight. So if this connection isn't making your heart sing with joy, maybe it's time to recapture your personal vitality, because the universe has been screaming at you through signs and synchronicities. They've been trying to communicate with you to say, hey, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? You haven't been trusting your intuition, and you need to. I think maybe there's fear because there's going to be obstacles and challenges ahead to face. You will get through it, and your intuition is spot on. So don't doubt your intuition. I think it's time to refocus your energy, because you've lost yourself in this connection, and it's time to return back home to self. You're going to need to nurture yourself. You're definitely going to need some breathing room, Gemini, and you're going to need to, you know, stand on your own 2 feet, because this situation is so unhealthy. So unhealthy, and I think maybe you've both gripped to control, but it's kind of time to own your own unique experience. Refrain from negative judgments is another big message. Allow others to journey their journey, and you step into your journey, and you've been ignoring the subtle cues. You've been ignoring the red flags, and the angels are saying you're protected, but you got to go through this necessary transition at this time, Gemini. This is necessary as part of your life purpose, to learn this karmic lesson, to master all of the elements of the universe. Allow this to end and fall away, because it's kept you depleted. It's kept you dissatisfied in all areas of your life. And it's time to get to know yourself again. It's time to get to know yourself again. It's time to recognize that you need to create healthy space between you and someone that is very unhealthy. We're always the company that we keep, Gemini. So I think you need to evaluate the people that you're keeping company with, because it's not healthy. It's not healthy. And it's time to choose a different pathway. And if you don't do it on your own, the divine plan is going to come in and force you out of this false foundation anyway. And that's kind of what I've got for you, Gemini. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a twin flame reading with me, please feel free to check out that description box below, and I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.